Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of the Van Man Build Challenge Showcase video. So as you can see, these are 5 out of 10 creations that have been selected to make it to the next round. You'll see here there are 4 RVs and 1 modular container van. There are 5 others that will be selected and showcased in the next video. So this is going to be a 2-part series where we're going to talk about the creations that make it into the next round. Now, I am happy to say there were 30 plus creations that were submitted as part of the Van Man Build Challenge. I'd like to thank all the contestants and participants. The creations were excellent. I went and read all the descriptions on Steam. There was some really cool lore that was associated with some of it. I tested all the creations. There was flying creations, school buses, there was monster trucks, storm chaser vans, all sorts of cool stuff. So be proud of yourselves if you've submitted anything, and even if you don't see your vehicle here, note that we're going to have a second part where there's going to be 5 more, so maybe yours will be selected, and if not, still give yourselves a pat on the back, because end of the day, you guys have created some really cool creations. The decision was so hard to do, so hard to make a decision to say who's going to move on to the next round, but here are 5 of them that are moving on to the next round. I will say that there's no particular order to which these are shown, and in the next video, same thing. There'll just be 5 creations that are arbitrarily placed, and that they will then be selected even further to the top 3. So we're going to go from 10 to 3. And like I said, these are 5 that are going on to the next round, and we're going to be showcasing and testing all of them in this video. So the modular container vehicle is also a safe, and it was made by programmer 137. There's a description here that explains what the equipment loadout is and how to operate the safe. So that's really cool. There is a little bit of connection with the OMA spy ship. So they're saying that because there's an OMA spy ship, that this is a fitting sort of livery for it. And yeah, the cool part is, in addition to being a safe vehicle, it's also able to be transported and lifted. Here it is in the hangar, and you could see that up top there's this rail, and it has the standard ISO container size, along with these connectors. I'd be curious, or sliding tracks, I'd be curious what they were intended for. And then there's these green ones, which may be for easy pairing with one of my equipment. I'll find out in a bit, but these are standard ISO container connectors. The cabin itself has no differences other than this button. When you press it, it deploys the bottom containers, or the bottom electric connectors for the containers, so you can attach it to a ship, but obviously you can't drive with it, or a ship or a train or whatever, so it can be used whenever there's a kind of container that you can use. Seems to drive just like the van. If we put it out of gear, I guess all the fun stuff is in the back. And I do like these little like cupola windows, almost like a fortress. And I do like this door with the lock button. I do like how it opens up too. And it's fully sealed too, so unlike the front, which is not sealed in a sense that it just uses pivots, this compartment should be fully watertight. So you can actually close this, the lights on, and it's fully watertight to the outside where it should be. You could lock the door, and then of course on the outside you get a little red light, which is cool. I do like this color scheme on the outside especially, and I like the idea. It's modular, it's used as a container, so it definitely has some creativity. Now in here there's a bunch of weapons and equipment under the seats. You could have a whole contingent of people here. Like I said, these little cupola windows, very much like an armored truck, and you can see into the cabin. And then on this side there's one, and then here you have the safe. So here the default password is 1234, and they slide right open. Inside you got some SMGs and ammo, so there's more weapons. So really it's a weapon transport vehicle, which is super cool. couple things that I probably would have done is, like, I'm curious, this is hiding the wheel well, I think, but I probably would have put an extra seat, especially in line with the second one here, and maybe just not that much equipment, like half of it would have been fine and then the bottom half could have just been empty, or a inverse triangle on the bottom, but little details. Also, one of the things that could have worked is potentially having this wall bumped out to here, and one of the safes could contain weapons and the other safe would just be an empty hole where you could then, in theory, you know, you'd put your treasure or whatever, even though in the game it wouldn't really fit much stuff. I guess you could have had empty one of these equipment things, so you'd put equipment there. But I do like that you could relabel the password. Very cool, like very easy to do. So right now it's 1234. If we press this and then type in 454, submit, and then hold this, the light goes off and it stays open. So if you put 454 here, it does not work because they each could have their own password. But here, if we put 1, it closes. If we put 454, it opens. And here it still uses the old password. So that's how you can give different people access to the different stuff. And I really like this microcontroller. Like, I would definitely use this in my creations. I think this is a super good way to have a safe work and to have like a resetting. Like, so now we can actually put another thing. We could put 133, sure, and then hold this. Done. Now it's 133. So, and of course 454 does not work. So really cool creation. And last test is to lift it with the container carrier or container mover. So we have to turn on container mode in order for these to be not released. So now it's false. And then if we hop into our rat, this thing also I made it a while ago before some of my new advancements, so it's not that perfect, but let's see if we could get it to work. We'll extend the rear counterweight, turn off the handbrake, and now expand the brackets and then lower this down. Oh, there we go. It's connected, and then let's lift it, winch up, and there you have it. So now we could actually place it on our ship or whatever the case may be. And that's what the beauty of the modular container van, which is a really creative idea. The fact that you could now use it as a container, you know, taking it to places, transporting things. So great job on the creation. And yeah, that was really fun and really cool to see. The next creation is by CrazyCatTacos, and it is the Top Gear sort of camper. So 3 stories, kitchenette, living room, TV, bathroom, shower, bedroom, all this cool stuff, water hookup, and of course, just like the one in Top Gear, which episode I've seen, by the way, it's very top heavy, so you know, you don't want to be driving this too fast. In the hangar, it does look pretty impressive. Like when you stand below and look up, it is a tall creation. And obviously inspired by the Top Gear episode, it has the flowers, very modern kind of townhouse look. You know, something you'd see in a very chic neighborhood. Now let's actually first drive it, just because I'm very curious to see how that actually works. Oh yeah, you definitely don't want to steer too hard with that. No. Alright, we saved it. Right on. It's been saved, and the trailer actually lights up when you brake, so it's using most likely my trailer microcontroller, so that's great. Nice to see that. Otherwise, in the interior here, no difference. Just the standard van, which is okay because obviously it's a 3-story building back here. We'll start with the trailer. Nice little patio. Got the wooden deck, table, glass table, and a tree. So again, very modern and chic. Now you open the door, presumably you could just walk right in. Nice, so that ramp works. And the lights turn on automatically. So you got your table, nice little glass table here. This is a fridge, coffee maker, got a sink, wow, a working stove and oven, and a bookcase, so that's really cool. And I do like how you could fully walk around inside. It's like the full height. Oh, now I fell through. It's the full height, so you don't have to crouch as you walk around. You're just in here, so that's very nice. And let's make our way up the stairs. So here's the circuit breaker. Perfect. Up the stairs into the next floor, which is the living room. So you have a little couch, TV, some decorations. I don't know if that's a trophy. And then over here, some more things on a wall. Nice little bathroom. Oh, this is a working shower right on. So that's why they said you have to refill the tank. And then I guess that's a head and sink. So working shower, cool. And to the third floor, the bedroom. Now in the bedroom, if we sit here, the computer actually turns on. So we have a camera view of the outside from somewhere. Maybe very low. And then a bed, clock, all that nice stuff. So it's, oh, a lamp. Yeah, fairly well polished. It has all the details and the benefit of just looking the part. Like the little tail light up there is hilarious. And in here, got pictures, blue carpeting and stuff. So yeah, looks good. I guess one critique right now I just would have, the light turns off when you're in this area, so maybe I would expand that one. And if we're down here, oh, we're just using a proximity. So one thing I found is always, if you're relying on the proximity, you could put one on the top and one on the bottom, and then when you're between there and there, then that light turns on, and no matter where you are, it's going to be on. But not a big deal. And got the panoramic views all around. The plant is there. I do like the panoramic views, I think, from the bedroom the most. Just, you see everywhere, all around. Yeah, this would be a great camper to take. A little unstable, but yeah. And that is it. Back here we have our table, like I said. So cool. I do like this creation, and yeah, just it's a very fun one. Whenever I look at that, I'm like, that's a fun creation. So congratulations, good job on making it. Another thing that I probably would have done is not had the texture, which is everyone's preference. It's fine, but it does create lag, and it looks fine if you just do what Pingu and myself do with our yachts, just put like different colors. And these lights, I tend to not use actual lights for the reason that if you have too many of them on, you'll cause lag. Whereas if you have just indicator lights, they'll be a little easier in the game, don't cause shadow. But again, personal preference, that's just how I do it. I do love that that little one up there turns on. So yeah, really cool creation, great job. And yeah, that was fun to explore. The next creation is by Arceon, and it is a camper belonging to the Austria Tours, which is a eco-friendly tourism company, and they've, created this to explore Austria's natural wonders. There's some specifications, some photos of the creation, and let's explore it ourselves. So I do like the color. It's different for sure. And I like this back here, the cargo area, little spare tire, the website. Now the main door is here, but let's first check with the cabin. So there's been no changes here, which is fine. And you can of course access the driver's seat from here, so that's good. Got our bunk beds, little lights up there, but before we go there, let's turn on the lights themselves. And let's turn on the AC. I do like how that opened up. Nice little detail. So we got our bunk beds. Oh, there's even a little emergency exit hatch. Cool. Very detailed interior now with all this stuff. So there's a microwave with like glowing lights, cabinetry, calendar, post-it notes, scribbles, some things down here, and another button here that opens up the secondary door, which is nice to kind of look out at the nature of Austria. There's a mug here, computer. Oh, there's even a desktop down here. Turn on PC. Oh, I didn't notice that. That was cool. So that's a good gaming computer. I like the LED lights. Very subtle, actually, the button there. Monitor brand. Yeah, and the curtains, like there's a lot of details here. Got the seats, coffee maker on the table. So there's definitely a lot of details in this creation. And I do like how the overall thing looks. I like the color scheme. Oh, the AC. Does it turn on the top fan? No. Maybe it does. Maybe it's on a cycle or something. But anyway, cool creation. Well done. The details too, like the paintable blocks that you've used and all that stuff. And the details in the back. The one thing I probably would have done is just extended this wheelbase back. I know you have the triangular piece, but for a semi-truck, imagine you're sitting up high. They may not see the taillights. I guess they would. But yeah, the actual body itself could have been stretched a little bit, and even the wheelbase moved back. That was allowed. But overall, the shape actually does look very suitable. So yeah, and both bunks have windows, which I do like. So cool creation. Very cool, very cool. The next one is by ProKiller57681. It's another camper. There's some cool photos of it. He's went ahead and added an axle and basic camper with some tools and a simple generator for career. If we load it up here, you see it looks really cool, especially with the fact that it doesn't use normal windows. It uses kind of the portholes, so it gives it a totally different feel. It's got an extended wheelbase and dual axles. The Pro badging that ProKiller uses in his creations is cool, that he's gone ahead and made it his own. Inside, no changes to the base one, which is okay, because all the cool stuff is back here. So this door, like I said in the last video, I love how it opens. Like the mechanism is so satisfying and timed well. And then there's a generator here too, with its own light. And you can see the generator. Okay, you gotta give it power first. So it fires up. And Pro makes his own generators, so it's really cool that he's added it to this creation here. And I do like that it has its own light that turns on all this good stuff, so it'll charge up the creation. Now in here, even the slope is kind of cool, like almost like for draining water if like it's raining outside, like a little foyer. Some equipment, more equipment, the air filters here, okay. And then if we open this door, we walk into the actual cabin. So I'll turn on the lights. Now there's a step down right here. Close that. I guess also, can we close this? Yes, we can. And it folds up. Okay, now we're inside the actual camper part. There's a bathroom here, toilet. Little sink area. Either a fridge or a microwave. Heaters here. You know, nice little details everywhere. I do like that. And then if we climb up to the top here. Again, got the cool view from the front window. Got a clock. Your bed, some equipment. And interesting that when you're up here, you're actually above everything. Like you're above the washroom and it doesn't go up to the ceiling, but I like it. It's like a very open floor plan and it allows him to have all these skylights. If we go to the outside, look at all the skylights up there. And this kind of cool rounded shape actually does work very well as well. Like, oh, and those are neat. The vents on the side, so, or louvers. Yeah, the heat sinks. That's a good use of that. So I do like how this looks. It fits in with the rest of his theming and kind of branding with the Pro equipment, as well as just looks really cool. Like it's not square, it has a very curved profile. I mean, obviously I like both. The Top Gear one was kind of boxy, but this one has a different style, more aerodynamic probably. And actually, let's take a look at how it drives, just for the sake of the second axle. And I know all our stuff's open in the back, but oh, interesting. There's quad steer added to the back wheels for turning tight corners. Did not know that. That's a nice little touch. Right on. So, cool creation. That was fun to explore. And on to the next. The next creation is LegoMan0320, his camper van Siesta. Lots of pictures, you can see how it looks, but we're gonna go take a look ourselves. Now, looking at it, the side is really cool, and the back. Like, the decals on it are awesome. Really well done. It's got 2 vehicles on the rear. So I just want to see how it actually tows them. But in here we see that there's no changes done to the front cabin, other than the roof line has been adjusted a little bit, probably to make room for a bed up above. But if we put it in drive, so it is towing the trailer with the ATV and the side-by-side. Also interesting use of moving around the lights without changing how they work, so that was well done. Alright, pop out of here and go to the side. So here's the main entrance. If we open that up and jump in here, we can close it up and turn on the lights. So this is actually on a pop out. If we press this, it extends. So now you can see if we go here, the pop out is opened up. So it's just a simple button to pop in and out. Not quite sure what this throttle lever does, but here we have a coffee machine, sink, a little stove and burner, fridge, really detailed interior actually. I do like how it looks. The coloring of the floor, like the cabinets. There's some cups here. So this is a bedroom. Presumably this is the master bed area. And then there's a door you can open up. And there's a little bathroom with a shower. And even the shower has a skylight. So very much like an actual RV trailer, mirror. Or not RV camper, not RV trailer. The color is really nice, like relaxing green. So here is the bed up above the top area. And actually it works because the top isn't too huge. Like the profile still remains fairly streamlined, aerodynamic. There's like an air conditioner unit on top and some stuff, antenna. Yeah, and it's cool because even closed, it still works and is functional, but opened up it becomes very nice and spacious. So that is really cool to see. The vehicles on the back, the ATV and the side-by-side, they do function. If we hop on here, start up the engine. And the design is cool. Like a little maybe simplistic, but it definitely looks like an ATV and drives nicely. So if you do take your camper on a trip, you can use your little ATV on the road. And yeah, the design actually 3 seats, modular engine, looking good. The trailer is a little unstable, it seems, but other than that, the vehicles do fit on it, and once they're tied in, they're not going anywhere. So yeah, and this is obviously bigger, similar design. You can tell it's the same branding, and it has a little truck bed. So cool little thing. This one even has a radio. So yeah, the coloring on the camper itself is awesome. I love the taillights, I like the colors of it, how it all works. The trailer is useful and functional, gets the job done. I'm not quite sure how you'd load the vehicles back on, so there may need to be some sort of ramp, but you know, once it's on, they're not going anywhere. And the pop-out's nice, like yeah, just a great little design. One other thing, I probably would have colored these guys just to match. I see the front was colored, the grille, so that's one thing I probably would have done to make it match the body. But yeah, I mean, that could have been done, left intentionally, not a big deal. And yeah, totally streamlined look, cool colors, a little branding, and the trailer with the vehicles, 2 vehicles, definitely well done. So yeah, great job. So this concludes part 1 of the top 10 Vanman submissions. Stay tuned for the next video where we're going to show the other 5 and keep going from there. So thank you for watching, and as always, happy Stormworksing.